First down to start the drive after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Utah.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw. With the catch, it's Bush. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Second down coming up. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got enough space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind. Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got the quick pass. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly what...
Got a lot of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll give it to him again. They make the stop of the 19 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paulo.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Quick completion on the out. Stopped after making the catch. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dances away to buy time. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Soto. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's there to make the stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He'll keep it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fires it incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He looks that one in nicely. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Utes headed quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, we've been looking forward to this one all week. A fun start to things in L.A. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous L.A. Coliseum.
And the Utes will boot it away to start the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. A first down for the offense. Back to throw, it's Gore. Quarterback floating away from pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He's looking for a man on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The inside handoff. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Aurora. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Sweet feet on the move. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for him.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The Utes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Takes it on the shovel. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Utes will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've stalled out a bit in the red zone. Just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips now to get it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojan. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Gets it out fast. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going to the running game. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the right. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Pressure coming. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got us, and he intercepts it. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. On first down, here comes this offense. He'll pull it on the read. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. He wants to throw here on second down. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Utes send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Fast motion from the offense. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
On third down, going up top. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Off play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Aurora. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. You want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seen ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They're setting up the screen, and the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Power football with the run. And they're able to make the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to run for it. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just do. Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the California Golden Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Utah Utes offense takes the field. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The play action fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was... They can't convert on 3rd down. And the Utes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. The offense set for a first down play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Golden Bears want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw. It's Lockett. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now on first down from the 28.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. He was wild, high and wide on that one. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? They want to just keep throwing it. They're working that left side. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming. From the red zone, looking for a space. The short hands, it's Westbrook. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Soto. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. After the misfire now on second down. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Takes a hit as he fires. Working on the right. The expressway is wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utes!
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Feeling some heat. They'll run the screen. He breaks a tackle. Finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Back to pass. It's Lockett. Setting up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense, getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Utes are marching down the field. Hands it off. Ran through the contact. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Utah.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Vanderbilt.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
The Golden Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Lockett. And he'll chuck that one away and save the... He was able to get open. No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. He's looking to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the move. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Soto. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that is just a gut punch.
And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down, using his legs to buy some time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
On the run, it's McGooligan. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
On the option. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that level.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field, getting some heat. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Looking downfield, it's Lockett. Might be looking to run. Right, and the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They'll run the option. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
This time it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. The Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Working that left side now. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. looking for a man. It's Lockett. He's got him in the flat. They get him down after he makes the catch. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. Oh, he needs to get rid of him. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. He'll do it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now on second down. Leaves it with the running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Offense working from the pistol.
First down for the offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks the tackle. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football.
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go.
Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, Utah! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up. the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Smashes through the tackle. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll operate out of split backs. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish quarter number 3. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Lockett. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a split backfield. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man all by himself. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Golden Bears have this offense rolling. They keep attacking through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wants to go up top. Keeps the play going. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Utes will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They're trying to get to it. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Lockett. Floats it out in space. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Gonna run it. It's McGooligan. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for them. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Blake.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On the option. Makes his man miss. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Scanning the field, it's Lockett. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to compete.
There's a live football. Now the defense has got it going the other way. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Utes! The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chavez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They'll throw it on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
With the catch, it's Armour. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
On the play.
Start flying down the field.
First down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? Fourth quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming, and they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field.
take over.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Utes will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Split backs here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And now on second down for this offense. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Keeps the legs moving. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the...
Fires toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's got his man. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed him.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Keeps it and gets the first down. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. The give and the run on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
They want that clock to run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium, home to the 1984 national champion BYU Cougars, and this, one of the more intimidating venues in all of college football. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will get the first swing of the game. They recruit against each other. They live next door to each other in the case of the fans, and that's why this is an intense rivalry.
Intense, and it doesn't matter. They've been in the same conference. They haven't been in the same conference. They've been independent. They've been all over the place with this, but you know what it is? It's a game that matters every single year to both these universities.
You're right, David. They always just seem to find each other, right, on the collision course. And BYU-Utah, to me, is one of the most physical games in all of college football.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got his man. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. To the air. It's Wolf. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. He couldn't connect on that 44-yard field goal attempt, so now the offense will take over at its own 27. That's caught. It's Bush.
The pass on first down, complete on the quick throw.
After that last completion, it's second down. They'll go back to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly. At midfield, he's got room. Running toward the tape. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. After the misfire, now on second down. The back goes in motion. The give to the back. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. No good. The guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a hurry.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
The third down
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. DB's right up on the receivers. On the ground, it's Nowaski. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. BYU lines up quickly. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other side.
You're right, Reese. It's pretty wild because the rivalry dates back to the same year the state of Utah was founded in 1896. That's how long these two teams have been going. This thing is historic, and every year, David, it's an incredible football game.
And I love what Reese said, too, though. They've changed conferences. They've been independent. Whatever it takes, they want to play each other because they want the bragging rights in the state of Utah because it means a heck of a lot.
Had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. The Cougars are rolling down the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Wolf. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They'll try to pop the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Unnecessary defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. This series always seems to come right down to the final few plays, and last time they met, it was Utah pulling it out.
Utah made the...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's... Defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. And the Cougars moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Caught in the backfield, it's Higgins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap, it's Higgins.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down after missing a field goal attempt earlier in the game. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Utah. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass.
7, BYU 6.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position.
Returner is brought down at the 18. And your
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To throw, it's Wolf. Flips it out in the flat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. BYU right back to the line. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Higgins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Sullivan. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Give to the single back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, BYU Utah is must-see TV, and today is no different. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense, and I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Soto. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Utes are on the move. Takes the handoff. It's McGooligan. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I never did.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. BYU lines up quickly. The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Running back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out fast. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. BYU now into the red zone. Going to the run, it's Nowaski. Able to get 1 down to the 15. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Looking to scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, end zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. They'll send out the kicker here from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It is good, and they've regained the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida Atlantic is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. The give to the single back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. BYU right back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Wolf. Makes the grab on the left. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around everything. Chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. from the gun, running back on the move. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. No huddle here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's got it on the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Wolf. Still looking, on the move. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The give to the tailback. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Makes him talk to the hand. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They want to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Singletary. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Utes are on the move. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line. It's Soto. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Higgins. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He caught it! Touchdown, Utes! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Number 83.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead in just a few minutes left. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Cougars will hustle to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Looking deep. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Pressure coming. Finds his target down the middle. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
It's tough, man. On 3rd down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a 4th and very manageable situation.
And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's got it. Touchdown, BYU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
What a beautiful... Sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he makes the catch. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Trying to make magic with his feet. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the 1st down himself. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. He's going up top here late in the game. Touchdown, Utah! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
How about that play? Late in the ball game, you need a play. You throw it up to your guy, and he makes the play. That is execution at its best in the clutch moments. Nice throw, nice catch.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Trying to pound it in. Couldn't make his way in. The 2-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Okay, 1-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Utah Utes taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Utah's offense will take the first swing of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways, and this guy is very dangerous.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking for space, it's Higgins. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Utes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Running it back, it's Angulo. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Sun Devils offense has the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
To the air, it's McLeod. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Got a man, it's Bush. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The running back has it. Fights off a defender. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. He'll ride his man on the option. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to win.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Coming out with it, it's Angulo. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Got room at the 35. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Sun Devils want to move quickly.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Give on the inside. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking downfield, it's McLeod. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
With a red zone opportunity.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
The Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal.
42 Spider.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked down for the tackle.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Ball placement is paramount on a throw like that, and the quarterback was perfect and the receiver hauled it in.
I'm going to drop it in the bucket. What a great throw. Put that ball outside where only my wide receiver can get it, where it's not in harm's way of the DB, make an interception. My guy can go make a play. Nice throw by the QB.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Justin, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He looks that one in nicely. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? To the ground with the back. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
10, Arizona State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Angulo. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, Dana, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. To the air, it's McLeod. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. He'll just keep slinging it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Aurora. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the offense on first down. Now improvising. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Higgins.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Dances away, trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, they knock it free. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Buying some time. Looking for the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots.
Looking for a deep man. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown!
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He wants to pass it on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going up top on first down. Going deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe.
The Utes will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Angulo. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Looking to pass, it's McLeod. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Sun Devils will punt this one away.
Offense facing 4th down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Oh, what a move to get open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. The option look. He'll toss it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Utah! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over ULM. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The inside handoff.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's McLeod. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 2nd down coming up. On the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
That's a 20. He's got space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Utah, 24. Arizona State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Angulo. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what... point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Oh, and what a move! What a juke, and he makes it past the mark. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to throw, it's McLeod. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking for space. It's Higgins. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The lone back's got it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field. But if nothing's open, boom. I take it to easily get a 1st down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The give on the counter. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught behind the line. It's Soto. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Arizona State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Angulo. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
Dropping back, it's McLeod. He's right on target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Sun Devils racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Reels it in down the left side. And he breaks into the open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for 1st down. Back to throw, it's McLeod. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ballgame.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. To the air on first down. Got his man down the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Bush. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to find his man on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. That'll make it a 46-yard field goal attempt for the lead. And he missed it wide right. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.